Don't let people's personal biasness towards yourself have any sort of credence, have any sort of authority over your reality. A lot of people are going to have opinions about you. A lot of people are going to have personal biasnesses towards you, and these people aren't emotionally mature. They let these emotional biases, all these biases that they have towards you, build and build and build, and therefore anytime they see you doing something successful, boom, they're hating on you. Anytime they see you doing something that you're supposed to do, you can be sure that they're going to be up there, first one to be denying you of that and saying that that's the wrong thing to do and not supporting that action. When it comes to dealing with these people, you simply don't deal with these people, and you simply want to ghost them. You simply want to not give any reaction. You simply want to detach in all sorts of forms that you can detach from these individuals. And if you are dealing with immature beings like these, and as such, they can appear like this is not the case mentally. They can appear like this is not the case physically. It can appear like it's not the case as far as emotionally. But if you look spiritually and you pay attention and you look at the signs and you look at what is really going on as a whole, you can tell and you can see that, okay, I can tell that there is a sort of favoritism mechanism being played out here. There's a sort of biasness being played out here. There's a sort of weakness in wanting to attach to others to appear strong that is happening, sort of a beta way of going about things that is occurring here. And it's beta to not be able to control your emotions, and to be a slave and a bitch to your emotions is very beta. So there's a lot of betas that have emotional biases towards things. And don't get me wrong, this isn't everybody. I'm not coming on here to say you can't be around anybody. You got to stay woke. You got to detach from everybody and whatnot. You got to read the situation that you're in to be able to tell, because there's people that are far supportive. There's people that are the right people that you want to involve yourself with. There's those that you do want to go ahead and network with, that you want to go ahead and work with, want to become a team, because, you know, I mean, a lot of us have seen as of recently that it really truly is amazing what can happen when like-minded people come together to contribute to a goal that they all share, and being that the teamwork will make that dream work. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everyone out there has emotional biasness and emotional hate and resent and all these things that people can hold against one another and not, let's say, show right away, or it can be behind the scenes, something that they have going on deeper than just what is seen, deeper than what can be maybe sensed. But if you really hop into it and you start to use your deep senses, you can exploit these, and you can basically see and peep out where these things are happening, how exactly these things are happening, and therefore you can know how to move about when these certain things are occurring, when you are dealing with certain people, because you want to be the one that's on top of everything and not being controlled by anything. For example, you want to be a free spirit. You don't want to be bound down by certain things and have your decision making be affected by, oh, if I do this, then they might think this of me, or we're just gonna exploit this individual, and, you know, let's go ahead and not give them any credit, or whatever that may be. Any sort of, you know, opposition, or let's say pushback that you get from any of these situations, any of these beings, any of these people that you're having to deal with, these low awareness people that you're having to deal with that have an emotional biasness around either you or one that you're close with. It could be anything that you're involved with that someone might want to pick a problem with, because they have a problem within themselves. Therefore, they can't let you go skate free without having an issue, skate free without giving you a bunch of shit. They can't have you walking around freely like that. So if you know you're being real, you know you're following your own virtues and your own, let's say, your way of life that is balanced, that is honorable, is it respectable, can you set yourselves apart from the crowd of those who are constantly being nitpicky and petty towards other individuals that they deal with, therefore holding things against them and using their emotional biasness to sort of, in a way, craft what is going on in the environment, craft what is going on in the mental and the physical and the emotional and the spiritual state of being, but they can never mess with what's real. And so those people that are involved in these filthy activities, such as, using your dirty heart or your negative, filthy, non-clean, pure space that you can be in order to interact with one another, in order to interact with another individual, and you're actually burdening and trying to negatively affect that other individual through what it is that you're doing. Maybe you're not even aware of this. Maybe you have spirits that are manipulating you into doing this. You're still held accountable for that because they are using you as a vessel to attack other people. You are used as a vessel to attack certain people, and to the point when you start to attack these chosen people, this point you start to attack angels that are in high up positions, angels that can work behind the scenes to affect certain things in the mental, physical, and emotional states of beings just by how they are expanded on their spiritual path. So better be careful what you are messing with. I'm going to tell you that right now, because you will have a first ticket seat to see the person that you hated on winning the lottery, seeing them get everything that they wanted. Just like you're hating on them for their success and their oncoming success, more is that to come, and you're only going to get more of that, and you're going to have to deal with more of that energy of envy, more of that energy of hate, more of that energy of being more bounded into that emotional burden and that emotional perspective, preconceived notion that you have around someone else. So what can we take away from this? What can we use as a lesson, just as a quick takeaway? Well, when we are going about business, going about dealing with these individuals, let's make sure that we have a state and space, and we are in a state and a space that is far from having an emotional attachment to the outcome of things, and whatever that may be. And in the second part to that last video I dropped, I'm going to drop that second part soon. I'm going to talk about, astrologically wise, why water signs, why earth, fire, air signs, why are what are the things that you can do to make sure that when you're going from experience to experience, that you are not let's say, letting the external environment use your element or the qualities that you have as a being to outweigh you. So how can you use those to, let's say, benefit you? Going into these with the perspectives of, okay, what am I coming into this situation with? How am I coming into this situation with? And it's just going to be a quick breakdown on how the signs can be a little bit fixed-minded or small-minded, and why not to be so fixated on this specific part if you are, let's say, this sign or whatever that may be. But that's it for this one. Stay protected out there. We're going to reach the top as we continue to show these individuals that they have no effect on our life.